This is Introduction to Karate. I'm Sensei Rod Lindgren. In this video series, I will illustrate the beginner's orientation program used by Sensei Woody Jensen at his University of Wyoming Okinawa-te Karate Club. There are 12 lessons in the beginner's orientation program. Each lesson begins with a review of the previous lesson, then builds upon that lesson. This is lesson 2. In this lesson, we will review the material from lesson 1. Learn to set forward in Zenkutsu Dachi, Lunge Punch, cross and middle blocks followed by a reverse punch in Classic Zenkutsu, forward and back. But first, let's review. The fist. To make a proper karate fist, curl the index and middle fingers toward the palm as tightly as possible. Lay the ring and little finger into the side of the middle finger to make a flat fist face. The ring and little finger should exert force across the face. The thumb is placed on the outer corner of the second bone of the index finger, exerting force diagonally across the fist from the contact point towards the base of the little finger. The wrist should be flat, knuckles aligned with the bone of the forearm. The punch. Start with the punching hand at your hip, palm up, elbow pointing straight back behind the fist. As the fist begins to move forward, keep the elbow behind the fist. Make sure your forearm brushes against your side as the punch goes out. Keep the fist palm up until just before you reach full extension, then twist it to the palm down position. The main reason for this is to ensure that the elbow is behind the punch all the way to the end. When you do that twist at the end, keep your elbow down, very slightly bent. Do not let it fly up to the side. Keep your shoulder down. Let's practice the punch a few times. Prepare the fist at your hip, palm up, elbow back. Move the fist forward, keeping the elbow pointed back, palm up, forearm brushing your side. As you approach full extension, twist the fist to the palm down position, keeping the elbow low and not letting it fly up or to the side. Keep your shoulders down. Now add the other hand. The non-striking hand should start just as if it had punched and is retracted to the hip as the punching hand punches. Let's punch. Punch. Prepare, punch, prepare, punch, other hand, prepare, punch, prepare, punch, prepare, punch. Repetition is very important. You do not stop when you get it right. You stop when you cannot do it wrong. Zenkutsu. There are 2 varieties of Zenkutsu, classic and broken. Start with your feet about shoulder width apart, hands on hips, elbows straight out to the side. Bend your knees slightly to drop your center of gravity, then reach straight back with the ball of your right foot about 1.5 to 2 shoulder widths behind you, maintaining the original shoulder width you started with. Rotate your hips and shoulders toward the right at about 45-degree angle, corner to corner, as you press the right heel down to the floor, knee bent. The outer edge of the right foot should point to the right front corner, not directly to the right. You are now in broken Zenkutsu. To turn it into classic Zenkutsu, straighten the knee of the right leg, driving from the heel. Do not rise up on the ball of foot. As you straighten the knee, rotate your hips and shoulders to face squarely to the front. The front knee should be lined up with the front foot, neither inside nor outside the front foot. The front shin should be straight up and down, not slanted forward or back. Return to the start position and repeat the process. Don't forget to do both sides. Low block. Prepare your left fist by your right cheek. Swing the fist down, leading with the back of the hand. As the fist approaches the end position in front of your left thigh, twist the wrist so the palm faces your thigh, striking with the outer bone edge of your left forearm. Prepare your left hand to block. Place the non-blocking fist in front of your groin, palm towards your body, about 10 inches from your body. As you begin your block, you can actually use the position of the right arm as a guide for the path of the low block. As you block, retract the right hand just as you did with the full twist punch, ending with the palm up at your right hip. Punch with the non-blocking fist, retracting the blocking left fist to your hip at the same time. Repeat on both sides. Ready position. Stand with your feet shoulder width apart, outer edges of the feet pointing straight ahead. Place your fist as if you have just done low blocks with both hands. Almost everything we do will originate from the ready position. Setting back in broken Zenkutsu, low block, reverse punch counter. Starting in ready position, bend your knees, keeping your hips under you and your upper body erect. Prepare a left low block. Cover your lower body with the right fist and arm. Reach back with your right foot, keeping your hips and shoulders squarely facing front. As you transfer weight to the back foot, plant your heel in the floor, outer edge of the foot pointing at the diagonal. Rotate the hips and shoulders to the corner. Perform the low block, timing it so that the block lands as the right foot is planted and the hips turn. You should now be in broken Zenkutsu with the right foot back, a left low block over your left thigh, and your right hand in position to punch. Now rotate into Classic Zenkutsu as you retract the left blocking hand to the hip and throw a punch with your right hand. Do not over-rotate. Return to ready position and repeat on both sides. Block and reverse punch in motion. From ready position, prepare to set back with the right foot and a low block. Perform the movement and counter with the reverse punch. Now, reach back with the left foot as you prepare to block with the right hand. Broken Zenkutsu, right low block, Classic Zenkutsu, left reverse punch. Continue, moving backwards. Block, punch. Block, punch. Block, punch. Now for new material. We're going to set forward into Zenkutsu. Start at ready position, hands on hips. Bend your knees to drop your weight. Reach forward 1.5 to 2 shoulder widths to the front with the ball of your left foot. As you settle your weight on that front foot, drive your hips forward by thrusting with the back foot. Drive from the heel, keeping the heel down. Do not pivot up on the ball of your foot. You should be in Classic Zenkutsu, back leg straight, front knee lined up with the front foot, shin straight up and down, hips and shoulders squarely facing forward. To move forward, rotate the left foot slightly to the outside, not directly to the left. Shift your weight to the left foot, upper body erect and knees bent. Stay low. We will use a new technique, the crescent step, to move forward. As you shift your weight to the front foot, draw your back foot forward and inward, as if you were going to set it down next to your front foot. As the rear foot passes the stationary front foot, you should reach forward and to the right with the ball of the foot about 1.5 to 2 shoulder widths. Plant the foot with the outer edge of the foot pointing straight ahead. Thrust your hips forward, driving again from the heel of your back foot, locking the back leg straight. Hips and shoulders square into Classic Zenkutsu. Repeat. The next technique we will learn is the lunge punch. The name is a bit misleading. It is not an uncontrolled lunge. It is a strong motion forward, punching with the forward hand, as opposed to punching with the rear hand like the reverse punch. From ready position, set back in Zenkutsu with the left low block. Now crescent step forward with the right foot. As the feet pass each other, begin to punch with the right hand, retracting the low blocking left hand. As you lock out the back knee and settle into Classic Zenkutsu, the punch should land. Do not overextend or over-rotate. Hips and shoulders should be squared. Check your stance. Are you in Classic Zenkutsu? Do you have proper width in the stance? Is your back heel on the ground? Is the back foot pointing towards the corner, or have you turned it out too far, pointing to the side? Is your front shin lined up with your front foot? Shin straight up and down? Do it again from this position. Shift your weight to the front leg as you pivot the front foot slightly out, maintaining control and balance. Crescent step with your back foot, reaching out with the ball of the right foot. As the weight settles onto your front foot, drive the hips forward, locking the back knee, heel on the ground, punching with the forward hand, retracting the other hand from its punch position. Continue moving forward. Let's move on to new material. Two new blocks are cross and middle blocks. They block the exact same area, but one starts at the outer edge of the body and goes across the body, while the other starts across the body and goes to the outer edge. The cross block is probably fairly familiar. It starts at the outer edge of your body, swings across to the outside edge across your body. Here are the details. Prepare the cross block by putting your left fist by your left ear, palm facing forward. Swing the elbow forward and across your body. The end position has the fist facing you, elbow bent at a 90-degree angle, fist at shoulder height. There should be about a handspan between your elbow and your ribs. Do not rotate beyond the outer edge of your body. Just as we did with the low block, we will only twist our wrist to its end position at the last instant. Striking surface is the same as low block, the outer bone edge of the forearm. Let's practice the cross block a few times. You know what's next. We'll add the other hand to the equation. Prepare to block with the left hand. Place the right hand out in front of you, guarding the area to be blocked. As you perform the block, retract the right hand to the right hip, ready to punch. And punch. Practice both sides. The middle block covers the same area as the cross block, but comes from the inside. Prepare by reaching across your body with the left fist palm down at your right hip. Pull the fist forward about 12 inches. The motion should be as if you were drawing a sword. Now rotate the forearm, keeping the elbow stationary as a pivot point. End position has the fist at shoulder height, elbow bent at 90 degrees, palm of the fist facing you. Elbow and forearm at the left outer edge of your body with a full hand span between your elbow and your body. Again, delay that twist to the final position as long as you can. Let's do the middle block a few times, both sides. Now let's add the other hand. Similar to the low block, the non-punching hand and arm can be used as a guide for the block. Prepare the left hand to block. Cover the middle area with your right fist and arm. Perform the block as you retract your right fist to the right hip, punching position. The block should hit at the same time as your right fist gets to the punching position. Now punch, retracting the blocking fist to the hip. Repeat on both sides. Now let's add the stance Zenkutsu and motion. This is exactly as we did in lesson 1 with the low block. I will call out either cross or middle. We'll set back into broken Zenkutsu with the block that was called out, and then counter with reverse punch into classic Zenkutsu. Ready position. Cross. 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 I ran out of room. Did you? Well, then let's move forward. This is exactly like moving back, except we're moving forward. The punching hand prepares to block. The hand that previously blocked becomes the guard hand, protecting the area to be blocked. Crescent step forward, timing it so that the block lands as the front foot plants in broken Zenkutsu. snap to Classic Zenkutsu, and reverse punch. I will continue to call blocks. Middle, middle, cross, middle. Now let's move backwards. Middle, cross, cross, low. I just wanted to include an old friend. Now forward. Middle, cross, cross, middle, low. In this lesson, we have learned how to set forward in Zenkutsu Dachi, lunge punch, cross and middle blocks, and cross and middle blocks followed by a reverse punch in Classic Zenkutsu in motion forward and back. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please hit the like button below and be sure to subscribe. Lesson 3 is on the way.